2 years ago today, we found out that my husband's best friend passed away. If you didn't know Chris, I knew him for over 30 years. If you didn't know him, he was so brilliantly smart. And so argumentative. He was the curmudgeon at the end of a dive bar arguing religion, politics, history, science, etc. And I loved that about him. Always respectful in his argument. My whole family loved him, and my family loved him. My friends who didn't know him for very long still got so much from him. So I wanted to spend my video today just kind of honoring his memory. And one of the things that I've done since losing him is really dedicate myself to living life with no regrets, starting my own business, successful or not. It's still the beginning. I still want it to be so much more successful. But that the things that I do, the people I spend my time with, the places that I go should be things that I remember later as I'm so happy I did that. Even if the results weren't great, I'm so happy I did it because I'm living my life with no regret. Because him dying at 55 is a reminder that there are no guarantees for tomorrow. And when you wake up tomorrow, to say I'm so happy I spent my time doing that yesterday. And so interestingly enough, while I started my own business, I have made it abundantly clear that I'm not willing to work 80 hours a week to make the business a success, because I want to live life with no regrets. Shut the computer in the early evening because I'm not productive after 8 o'clock at night. So why would I be working until 11 o'clock if I'm not doing my best work during those hours? That while I do a Saturday morning workshop with my Design Your Healthy Life strategy clients, that I'm not going to work the rest of the weekend because I deserve to have time with my friends and my family, going places, doing things, and that living my life with less doesn't just mean getting rid of things that are getting in the way of my living a more meaningful life with less, but that I'm not spending time doing things that are getting in the way of my living a meaningful life with less, which means getting rid of the calendar clutter and getting rid of the work clutter and getting rid of the mental clutter. So I'm going to do all of that in Chris's memory today. Just curious, for those of you who knew Chris, how are you honoring him? And for those of you who didn't know Chris, what's your takeaway? How are you going to live a more meaningful life with less?